Pig farming, often known as pork farming or hog farming, is the practice of breeding and keeping domestic pigs for use as livestock. Pigs are raised primarily for their skins and for food, such as pork, bacon, ham, and gammon. Pigs can be raised in a variety of ways, including intensive commercial units, commercial free-range operations, and extensive farming, which involves allowing pigs to roam freely around a village, town, or city or tethering them to a basic shelter or keeping them in a cage outside the owner's home. Farm pigs have traditionally been housed in small herds and in close proximity to the owner's home, as well as in the same hamlet or town. When kept on a homestead, they were frequently fed family food scraps because they were prized as a source of meat and fat as well as for their capacity to turn inedible food into meat and manure. Hi, welcome to Adam's Farm Foods. Please subscribe to the channel, like and share the video with family and friends. Comment below. Let's keep going. The farrow to finish, farrow to feeder, and feeder to finish swine production operations are the three varieties. There isn't a single blueprint for these systems. The most crucial step in figuring out which production system is appropriate for you is designing one that will fit your resources and lifestyle. To determine which enterprise will work best in your situation, you must first consider the following. 1. The availability of land, labor, and capital. 2. Required level of management and marketing expertise. 3. Manure management's effects on society and the environment. A farrow-to-finish operation entails breeding, farrowing sows, and feeding the calves until they weigh around 280 pounds at market. A total of 10 months are required for production, including 4 months for breeding and gestation and 6 months to grow the litter to market weight. Farrow-to-finish provides the most market potential and adaptability over the long term of the three techniques. This approach also demands the most labor and resources, as well as a commitment over the long term to the swine industry. When farrowings are timed to avoid the busiest harvest periods, a modest number of sows can fit into a crop operation nicely. The majority of modern farrow-to-finish operations are made to retain gestating sows in pens rather than crates due to the current emphasis on animal welfare, which may raise the amount of money needed for sow housing. A farrow-to-feeder business involves raising and farrowing sows, then when the piglets reach a weight of 30 to 60 pounds, it sells them to finishing businesses. This alternative requires fewer facilities, less operating capital, and less manure and feed handling than a farrow-to-finish business. It also offers a solid base for growing the sow population or transitioning to a farrow-to-finish enterprise. This system's major flaw is that farmers, especially those with small herds, are dependent on an unstable feeder pig market. To increase the number of pigs available during times of high demand, this might necessitate grouping sows together for breeding. The majority of feeder-to-finish operations purchase feeder pigs weighing 30 to 60 pounds and feed them until they reach market weight. Existing facilities are frequently sufficient for this system. Low labor costs, minimal overhead, and no long-term commitment are all possible with this method. A grain farmer can finish pigs using local feeds in a feeder-to-finish business without needing to take care of breeding animals. The business may profit from the manure's potential as fertilizer. The origin, state of health, and caliber of purchased feeder pigs are significant reasons of concern. To minimize potential herd health issues, it is ideal for all feeder pigs to come from a single farm. The biggest cost in any swine production system is feed. A farrow-to-finish operation, as opposed to a farrow-to-feeder operation or a feeder-to-finish operation, will typically spend 75% of its total expenses on feed. Effective strategies to reduce feed expenses include growing your own grain, buying additional components in bulk, and utilizing your own grinder and mixer, or, in certain cases, hiring the labor done. Large volumes of feed ingredients, however, require proper storage. The logistics of feeding pigs are a key factor in establishing a swine enterprise. Pigs in the growing finishing units might receive their feed from automatic hoggers, but those in the farrowing, gestation, and nursery units should be manually fed. When raising pigs, the quality of the water source is a crucial factor in their health. Water from a city or well is recommended. When consuming spring water, caution must be taken because the surface impurities could cause health issues. Water from ponds should be avoided. Watering the pigs is usually a simple process. To avoid freezing during the winter, water lines entering the barn should be buried or well insulated. The ideal flow rates should be used for automatic nipple waterers. Although appropriate, bowl-style waterers frequently waste water since they are hard to keep clean. Keep in mind that all water used inside the structure must finally be disposed of as trash. Most part-time producers underestimate the amount of labor required for waste management. Before putting any number of pigs onto your property, it is essential to carefully consider how the manure will be removed from the pens, out of the buildings, and onto the fields. Be courteous of your neighbors when managing manure, and make sure your procedures abide by all applicable local, state, and federal laws. The facility will determine whether bedding is required. Although it would take more work, using straw in a chilly, drafty barn will reduce the need for an intricate ventilation system. Although shavings can be utilized, they can be very expensive. Due to the possibility of swine TB transmission, sawdust should be avoided. Before starting a swine production business, you should think about the marketing plan you want to use. The following are some options for selling feeder pigs and butcher hogs from small-scale or seasonal farms. 1. Sale of feeder pigs to producers of finishing pigs. 2. Livestock auctions. 3. Graded sales of feeding pigs. 4. Sales of slaughtered hogs to packing stations. 5. Sales directly to significant packing plants. 6. Small packers/processors. 7. Direct specialty sales to customers. Producers of feeder pigs have access to all of these marketing choices. Marketing to pig finishers directly is one of the most well-liked options. Both sides can benefit from this choice. First, both the buyer and the seller are aware of the price and the terms of delivery in advance. Second, the direct sale option lowers the danger of sickness and animal suffering. Third, commissions related to a livestock auction are nullified by the direct-to-finisher transaction. Another typical method of selling feeder pigs is through a livestock auction, graded sale, or buying station. You should be aware of the desired weights and lot sizes that command the highest price before using these markets. Marketing slaughter hogs typically involves direct sales to a large packer or buying stations. Before the deal is concluded, producers in both situations are given a price. Small packers and processors are another market that slaughter hog farmers can access. They frequently provide reasonable prices, but the quantity of hogs they can buy is limited by the size of their factory and the number of clients. An auction barn is another option for selling slaughter pigs. Due to its convenient location, this market is frequently utilized by producers. The drawback of marketing via an auction barn is that producers are at the whim of the local market's hog supply and demand on that particular day. On any given day, prices may be significantly lower or higher than the national price, and the producer is obligated to accept the highest offer price. In addition, commission fees are assessed by auction barns regardless of the winning bid. Specialty markets are an additional option for farmers that raise hogs for slaughter. The consumer can purchase directly from a producer through a common kind of direct sale. A small packer is then hired by the consumer to chop and package the meat according to his or her specifications. In conclusion, selecting a market necessitates research. You must take into consideration price received variations, transportation costs, shrink losses, selling costs, and convenience when comparing market options. When all marketing expenses are taken into account, selling at a cheaper price locally rather than in a market 50 miles away that provides a higher price may actually result in less net revenue. You must be aware of your options and keep up with changing market conditions and price trends. Thank you for watching my videos. Comment below. Please subscribe to the channel. Like and share the video with family and friends, and I will see you in my next video.